Chris Santiago from MMA Island. Here today, I'm joined by the Action Man, the King of Combat himself, riding on a 4-fight win streak in 2021. We have Chris Curtis. Chris, how's it going today?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Just enjoying that fight week downtime, unfortunately.
For sure. And we talked a lot in 2021, beginning off the year. You told me how you were in UFC Purgatory. How good does it feel to be out of UFC Purgatory?
Dude, I can't tell you guys, man. I've been trying to get this shot for like 12 years. And it's just every time, something happens. Like I'll even when I did well, like I still didn't get it. So it's nice to finally get the opportunity. Like I still got to go out and perform, but my God, it's at least to finally get the chance to, go succeed or fail on my own terms is finally nice.
Mm-hmm. And, when did you get the UFC call? Like it was right before, I believe, UFC 266. But what was the scenario like? What was the phone call like when you got the call and with that UFC contract?
It was just funny, man. I just gotten home from practice at a hard sparring day. And I just got home, sorry. And I ate dinner. I go upstairs, lay down. My manager comes up the stairs, knock on my door, like freaking out. He's like, "What do you weigh?" I was like, "I don't know, probably a lot." And he's like, "Well, if we can make 185, we can weigh a fight Phil Hawes and fight Saturday." So we went, and I just had a huge dinner too. Like it's funny because anytime you get a fight offer, it's always after you eat. Like every single time. Every single time. Like ask any fighter. Any big offer always comes right after you ate something. You're like, why do you all do this? So
it's like a sick
I just had
joke.
a big deal. Dude, it's every single, ask any fighter. It's every single time. You're like, I feel like they just wait around. Like, yeah, it should be about dinner time. So I had a big dinner. So I had a scale. I was about 12, 13 pounds over. So I was like, yeah, man, we can make it. So it's like 13 pounds isn't a lot, but it sucks when you haven't been prepping for it. Like I'm full of like carbs and salt. So it's like I haven't been like water loading. So we're like, screw it, man, we'll get it off. So we went, we got it off. We showed up that morning, hit the scale, and we're just like, hey, man, it's not the ideal circumstance. Even now, it's not the ideal circumstance. You want to do a cake, but I'm like, screw it, nothing venture, nothing gain. So if you don't take risks, then you're not going to get anywhere. So fuck it, let's go.
Mm-hmm. And when Hawes like declined the fight, were you scared at all that they were gonna like not have you in the UFC at all? Like, was that like going through your brain at that time when he didn't accept the fight?
Immediately, I was like, God damn it! Like, just for me, I thought this would be just another one of those times where I did everything right and still lose. And you're like, what is this? Like, contenders, I knocked the guy out with a highlight reel head kick, didn't get signed. There's times where you do the right things and like you don't get signed. So I'm immediately like, oh crap, like why is this happening to me? And my managers Jason House and Lance Spouty were like on the phone with Mick Maynard, like, negotiating that. And then like you got guys like my buddy Sean Strickland calls Mick Maynard. It's like, dude, please don't cut him. And I think Mick Maynard just took pity on me, like, you have had the hardest path you can possibly have to get into the UFC. So Mick Maynard, he did me a solid, man. He kept me and took care of me. He's like, all right, keep on the roster. They gave me a 4-fight deal, and he kept me on the roster, took care of me. So I got really lucky there. I think Mick Maynard honestly was just like, I'm tired of hearing his name, and this guy's just had the worst luck ever. So he did me a big favor there.
I feel like behind closed doors, Sean Strickland just approached Mick Maynard like by the neck, like, "Hey, you're gonna sign Chris Curtis. You're gonna do it now." Like, I feel like that happened behind closed doors.
The funny thing is, Sean's actually he can be personable when he wants to be. So I can understand, like, he's such an enigma of a human being. But like, apparently he called Mick. He's like, "Hey man, like Sean's lived like I've known Sean for 5 years now. I think his one friend for like 5 or 6 years." And like, he's lived with me at times. Like, he's seen me like have breakdowns over like the frustration and like stuff going on. So it's pretty bad when Sean Strickland got out of his way on your behalf. Like, hey man, like don't do this to him. So he gets a lot of flack, man, but he actually tries to do well in like certain situations. He tries to do nice things when he's not out assaulting people or like making Luke Rockhold's life miserable.
Got it. Then, entering the UFC, you're ranked number 1 as a welterweight, middleweight, and light heavyweight on Tapology on the regional rankings. Is middleweight a weight class that you're going to pursue like for this next year or so, or like do you think you might drop down, move up in weight? Like, what's the game plan for your weight class?
We don't know because I mean, keep yawning. I'm sorry, I need coffee.
You're good.
We don't know, man. Like, they gave him this fight at 85. So like, I've been bouncing all over the scales lately. I've always felt like I'm kind of small to be a middleweight. Like, I'm a little bit short. And I feel like against true middleweights, I don't have like the height or the weight to deal with it. But I've been training with a lot of middleweights like Sean Strickland, Roman Dolidze, Maki Patola, Tavares, Soriano, Yerbacheco, a lot of bigger guys. I'm not doing badly at all. So depending on how this fight goes, if I feel like I'm not like just overmatched in strength, then maybe we'll take the time, take a few months, just work on strength and work on getting bigger and stay 85. Because the thing is, at 85, my quality of life is so much better. Like I'm not like the work I have to do to make 70 is just mind-boggling. Like you guys would be like, what the hell is wrong with you? It's not a great way to live, man. I'm eating 700 calories a day for like 6 weeks, which is like not even enough for a child to survive on. So at 85, I don't have to kill myself every day. I can take rest days. I can take lighter days. I'm eating like, 2,500 calories a day right now, which is great. So it's nice not having to go to bed hungry. So we'll see how this fight goes and make a decision from there. But like, if I don't feel bad at all, I would like to kind of focus on maybe just putting on some size and strength and, just being a faster middleweight. Like look at guys like Frankie Edgar, wasn't the biggest lightweight, but he made up for it. Like, well, if I have to cut weight, I'm not gonna get tired. So by lacking strength, I'll make up for stamina. So I'm already a cardio-based guy, so we'll see how it goes.
For sure. Then when you always hit the scales, you're always known for doing this pose. Like, what's the story behind that? Like, are you trying to be a statue? Like, what's the story behind that one?
No, it's always. I was a chunkier kid, like coming out of high school. And I was like, I graduated high school. I was probably about 240 pounds when I left high school.
Wow.
And like, it's one of those things to where, I was a chunky kid. Play football and stuff. So for me, I spent a lot of time. It's funny. I spent a lot of time like just training. And I always tell people, especially like when I got on the scale, I'm like a statue. And I guess for me, it's I did the work, but it's a mark of vanity as well. Like I want you to understand it. Like, like look at me, man. Like I am like, people just don't look like this. This is a lot of hard work. And like, it takes a lot of work to get down to weight, into a lot of sacrifice and a lot of dedication and discipline. So I just like showing like, look at me. Like it doesn't happen on accident.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Then, diving into this next fight, Phil Hawes, scheduled to fight him at UFC 266. He didn't take the fight. He now takes the fight at UFC 268. What do you think of him as an opponent?
Difficult, but not unknown. And what I mean by that is he's a big guy. He's big, he's strong. He's got some momentum behind him. But I have fought big, strong wrestlers for a very long time. It's something that this isn't a style that I haven't seen before. This is probably a style that gave me issues for a long time. And I mean, for the last, 2 years, we've done nothing but focus on, since PFL, focus on stopping this type of like fight. And I train with guys like this now, like a lot ad nauseum to make myself better. I think okay at striking. I don't think he's super comfortable striking yet. But he's got Sanford, and his striking has improved every fight. They give the hats off to the guy. He works his ass off. He's improved every fight. His pacing's gotten better, but I think that I'm a better striker. I think grappling wise, honestly think I'm a better grappler. He's a better wrestler than me. I think I'm a better grappler than he is. I think that it comes down to it. Honestly, I think I'm a tougher person than he is. Like, not to be a dick, but he's got a couple good wins, but I think I'm the best guy he's ever fought. Hands down. I've got more experience than anybody's ever fought. I've been in this game longer than anybody's ever fought. I've got the record to show for it. I think I'm the best guy he's fought. And I don't think he's the best guy I ever fought. I think he's tough, but I think I've got a lot of solutions to the problems he brings to the table. Chiefly being, he's a big dude, he's a big explosive guy, but explosive guys like that run out of gas fast. So I'm tougher than you, I'm a better striker than you, and I plan on my fight pace, I don't think is something that makes for a good fight for him. So he's going to try to hold me down, throw some big shots and take me down. I'm going to get up and stay in his face and make him work. And we'll just see who's got the right game plan going into this. So we'll see.
Mm-hmm. And
I could be entirely wrong. I could come out, he could backflip kick me. I don't know. But just if I was a betting man, that'd be the play I'd see.
Mm-hmm. And you already have 3 knockouts in 2021. I think that's the second most out of anybody in pro MMA right now. Do you think you're going to get the finish? Like, do you see a knockout coming before the distance? Like, what's the prediction for how this fight goes?
I'll say TKO in the third, man, because here's the thing. Like, he's not a guy to go down easy really early. I think he doesn't take hits well. He doesn't take punches well. But on the flip side, he doesn't give up. So you can hurt him you can hurt him, but he won't give up. He'll keep fighting. And I'm not someone to lose in a round myself. I don't think I've ever lost in one round before, ever. So that first round is going to be a pretty shitty experience. I mean, what we're preparing for. He's going to come out and want to be hard that first round. That's fine. First round is going to suck, but I'm going to make him work. Second round, I'm going to make him work harder. I think third round, he's going to run out of steam. And once he runs out of steam, I can put anybody away.
Mm-hmm. And if you get a knockout, you're going to tie the record for most finishes in 2021, along with Kayla Harrison, Terrence McKinney, Andre Fialho. What would that stat mean to you as a fighter to be among the best and to get that high finish rate by the end of 2021?
It's just a fun little cavate. Terrence McKinney keeps making everything hard for me because every time I get one, he gets another one. So I'm gonna need him to slow down, because now he's kind of rubbing it in my face, I'm the number one. So even more so than pride, I just want to unseat Terrence McKinney just for shits and giggles to make him angry before he goes and knocks out somebody else. So for me, it's just fun to know, but I just enjoy fucking with people. So right now I'm just fucking with Terrence McKinney.
Yeah, for sure. And then if you get another win too, that's 5 wins in 2021 up there with Kevin Holland, Neil Magny. What makes you stay so active? How can you keep such a pace in between fights? Just you're the anytime, anyway kind of fighter, but what kind of fuels you to be so active?
This will only be 5. I was trying to get 10 fights this year. That was my goal, honestly. But for me, I think what makes it really easy is I don't take time off between fights. I'm 34. I'm 34, I think. I don't know. Pretty sure I'm 34. But yeah, it's 33, 34. My God, I don't know. It's one of those. But I since realized that you see a lot of guys who go fight and they take time off, and then they'll dick around for 4 weeks, whatever, and then come back to the gym. As I get older, it's just easier for me to stay in the gym, not take time off, because having to restart is just hard on the body. So for years now, honestly, I've just, I fight, I'll be back in the gym within a day or 2 tops. So shit, I lost in PFL to Ray Cooper. I got knocked out. I sparred the next day. I was went to spar the next day. I was all right, whatever, just get back on it. So if I'm in shape, I'm always in shape. I'm never out of shape. My baseline level of conditioning is what a lot of people consider fight cardio. That's just what I walk around at because I don't stop. So if my body can do it, if I can keep myself in shape, why not be active? What else am I gonna do? I'm gonna, just sit here, not get ahead, and I don't want to take any steps back anymore. That's for younger guys. I can't afford to do that anymore. So I just have to keep my foot in the gas, just keep going forward, keep going forward, keep going forward.
Mm-hmm. And in terms of fans, and in terms of eyeballs watching this fight, this is the biggest fight of your career, UFC debut. Thousands of fans in the Big Apple. What's going to be your walkout song as you head into the octagon?
It's so only some of you understand. Only a few people will get this song. But it's actually from a video game. It's called The Only Thing I Know. The Only Thing I Know for Real.
Oh, Metal Gear Solid Rising. Let's go. Love it.
Yeah, man. That is my walkout song. Thank you. That's why I love you. Yeah, The Only Thing I Know for Real is a walkout song. Yep. Yeah,
dude.
it's honestly, it's a perfect song for my career at this point. So like, yeah, it's just that's my walkout song.
Nice, nice. How many like?
I'm so happy you knew that. It's
Yeah,
fucking
dude,
great.
dude, that game is amazing. Like hands down, one of the best games I've played.
Best soundtrack in a video game ever made. Like, yeah, hands down.
Is that your favorite game of all time?
No, it's just I'm a huge Metal Gear fan. Like me and my friends back home are all Metal Gear fans. And like that's probably one of the most just hilarious off the wall like games. So we're like, what is happening? Like we still quote that game at nauseum. I don't know how often I tell people nano machines as like a reason for something. Like, how did you nano machines? And they're just like, what?
Nice,
It's a
nice,
very
man.
quotable game.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. And I think that's all the questions I have. I just want to thank you again for the time. Is there anything that you want to say to the fans out there watching before you make your UFC debut in New York?
Just I've got it's funny, man. I got a lot of like messages and some stuff from from fans from like all over, like Greece, Turkey, England, like the States. There's a lot of people who are like, "Oh, I've been waiting for this for a long time." So anybody that's watching, and the people, I've had my ups and downs. I've doubted myself a lot, being close to the edge. But I've had so many people out there telling me, "Keep pushing, keep pushing." I know I should be there, and now that I'm there, I just want to say thank you. Like people don't get this sometimes as a fighter, like you really do start to question, like, what the hell am I doing? So it means a lot when you have people who are like, no, like we see what you can do, like just stay on it. So thank you guys. And here I go killing again.
Awesome, awesome, and can't wait to see it. Can't wait. I'm so glad that you're out of UFC Purgatory. I'm looking forward to your debut.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
All right, thanks, Chris. See you next time.
Have a good one, man.